Do you see the prompt that comes up, Elizabeth, that asks you to unmute? Okay. Hello, everyone. April Cox here. This is a live Ask Me Anything session. I invite you to go ahead and join me on Zoom or post questions here live on YouTube so that I can provide you with some answers and we can talk a little bit about whatever, any self-publishing topic you would like to chat about. I'm going to give it a moment. We had someone on with me and I think she ended up dropping. So let me know what challenges you're facing and what is going on in your world. How can I help you? From my perspective, we have a couple of things going on with Self-Publishing Made Simple. We are in week 4 with our author work group, where I take authors from complete manuscript to self-published book in 12 weeks. So they are about 1/3 the way through, and we're seeing some amazing things coming back. They have engaged with their illustrators. They're getting colored illustrations back. Some of them have storyboards and are almost, there's many of them that are actually seeing some color illustrations coming back. We're also engaging with graphic designers and talking about layout. We're talking about copyright, because all of them have gone through, or pretty much all of them have gone through their editing of their picture books and are now getting ready to do a copyright through copyright.gov in order to get their, make sure that they protect their words as they're then moving forward to illustrations. So it has been really amazing to see. I also have just kicked off our first week with a pilot program for self-publishing authors who are looking to really dig into the world of Amazon ads. There's a lot of great challenges out there and training out there, but what I found missing in the market is somebody that was going to, a small group session where you're going to get some hand holding and work through. And so I felt that I wanted to test out and see, am I going to be able to take a new person who hasn't done a lot of Amazon ads and doesn't have a lot of knowledge and transform them into somebody who at the end of that 3-month period is feeling comfortable and able to manage, adjust, analyze, and dial in their Amazon ads for maximum profitability. So we are talking about and working through that. We just started the class with a kickoff session this past Monday, and I will have week 2 coming up. I do have one slot left if there are folks that want to participate live during these sessions. I'm also making available just kind of a passive, so you can join the Facebook group and get the benefit of all of the training, and it's a 12-week work group. So you won't be able to participate hands-on live, but for $49, you get the whole 12 weeks of training. It'll end up in a little course that anybody can then take advantage of. So that is also available, and I'll put some links to the place where you can register for that session. We have Elizabeth coming back. Let's see if we can get her settled. Right, so tell me, what are some of the things that you are challenged with in your self-publishing journey? Hi, Elizabeth, welcome back. See if we can get you off of mute. So it's right in the Zoom window where you can unmute yourself. And if you are watching this live or you are on my Facebook group and you want to come on and enjoy some in-person coaching, and this is all free, Ask Me Anything session, then you can go to aprilcox.com/Zoom, join us here, and I am happy to answer any questions that you have. Okay. Hi, Elizabeth, welcome. You're off of Zoom. Oh, off
I
of
muted myself finally.
Yay, good. So welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your journey, and how can I help you today?
Well, I'm interested to see what you have to say. I don't know how you can help me because I don't know your specialties or your what you do. So I'm coasting right now. My husband died at December 31st.
Mhm.
And I'm not really writing right now. I'm just going to webinars. I'm trying to organize the papers, tons and tons of papers, so many of which have to be burnt or shredded,
Yeah.
rearranging the rooms.
Mhm.
A lot of chaos, but I'm not in a bad place. I'm, I am having some problems with dealing with things, but basically uh, in a good place
I'm
in terms of
so sorry to
going
hear about.
forward.
My heart goes out to you. Are you writing, or do you have books already, or are you?
Oh, I wrote a memoir, and it was short, 55,000 words, and I sent it to a developmental editor through Reedsy,
Mhm.
and he made a lot of suggestions and comments, and I wasn't writing in a linear fashion, which is one of my big problems. And he made some suggestions about having the ending mirror the beginning, which was a good idea. And I mentioned a friend, for example, who was my best friend in high school, and she killed herself when she was 26. And I never mentioned much in the book about her. And he said, well, if she was your best friend, she must have played a big role in your life. Why isn't she there? Things like that I hadn't really thought about. She's been dead for so long.
Right.
Um,
Right. This,
uh,
and it's such an
you know,
amazing thing having an expert having somebody go through a developmental edit of your work. That is a fabulous opportunity to get lots of ideas and to really hone your writing. It's great that you've been able to do that.
it
Uh,
was very insightful,
yeah,
expensive, but insightful. I didn't have him do all 55,000 words. I think he did 13,000 words here and there. I picked the parts that I wanted him to do, and a manuscript assessment, and
nice.
something else. I can't remember what that was, but he just gave me so much to work with so that I could make it longer.
Yes, that's
Like I was ending it at the age of 39 or 40, and now I'm ending it at the age of 48.
okay.
Or 49, but I haven't got, and a lot of things happened in those last 10 years that
Mhm.
I didn't really want to put in, but I guess I will.
So what drew you to today's meeting? Was there anything specific that you're trying to find out? Are you hoping to be able to work with someone in the future to publish the book, or do you have any immediate questions that I can answer for you?
I always like to check out people that seem like they might have something to offer me and just get to know them a little bit and feel my way. Um, I'm not ready to, I have to redo the manuscript. My husband was sick for 8 months before he died.
Mhm.
And so I didn't have a lot of time to write.
Right, right.
So it's been in limbo. and I can't see myself writing again until April
Yeah, well,
because of
right now,
commitment.
self-care is going to be really important for you, and just breathing and getting through what you are and giving yourself the permission to take it as slow as you need to. With regard to me, I'm here. I have been publishing children's books for the past 6 years. I also help others publish their books. I'm a bit of a geek and a techie, and I found a lot of people getting confused and needing some hand-holding through the self-publishing process. So that's why I started this channel, is to help folks that needed a little bit of hand-holding, were confused. I also put together some courses and some work groups that help authors that want to do it in more of a group session, which has been really an amazing opportunity for many of them to build their own little group that has built amazing relationships. And a lot of the questions that come up for these folks come up with each work group that I do, and we just continue to support them through the process. From once they finish their manuscript, they drop into my group, and then the end result, usually within the 12-week period, is a published book. That's the goal. So that's kind of the long and short of it from my perspective. I have this YouTube channel, also have I have a Learn to Self-Publish Facebook group with, I think it's called Learn to Self-Publish with April Cox on Facebook, and it's free. And then I have a number of, like I said, services and things where I help other authors as well.
Do you do adult books at all, or work with people?
I have done quite a bit. Most of the work that I do is for children's book authors, but I do have a number of them that write in multiple genres, and also people that come to me with adult novels and things like that. And it's actually a lot harder to do a children's book with all of the many illustrations and extra steps you have to do. So it's actually have no problem at all with helping with those memoirs and adult novels as well.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, not that it matters to me, but do you have an MFA?
What is an MFA? How are you using that term?
Yeah. Masters of Fine Arts.
Oh, no. I have an MBA, and my training is in IT, and it's also in project management. So I have certifications in project management, and then years of experience publishing as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And when you help people self-publish, what do you recommend they do? Do you recommend Amazon or Draft to
Yeah.
Digital or
So
anything?
what I typically recommend is that they publish through KDP on Amazon for their ebooks and their paperbacks, and then also on Ingram for print on demand with hardcovers and for paperbacks. So taking advantage of Ingram Spark and their distribution channels. I think there's something like 40,000 different bookstores, libraries,
Right.
and websites that Ingram makes available. And a number of them also, I also have, kind of recommend that they work through, make sure that their title has the kind of demand that would warrant doing like a big print run. So I usually like to see them get the book selling before they invest a huge amount in printing in bulk. Some people want to make sure that they have the highest quality possible and prefer to use bulk printing, which is perfectly fine. Or you could do a hybrid approach where you can print, 100 or 200 for yourself and still take advantage of all the print on demand options, so that you have some high quality books to take to events, to sell at schools, libraries, those sorts of things. And you still have the opportunity and convenience of print on demand as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I live in Canada, but I want the book to be published in the United States because I grew up there.
Mhm.
And the beginning of it, one of the more dramatic parts of it, takes place in Chicago. And my husband was I got married, and my husband was transferred to Toronto, which was just supposed to be for a year or two,
Right.
and it turned out to be longer. So we split up, but I stayed here so that our children would have a relationship with their father.
Mhm.
And then he died when they were 13 and 16. So it's a good thing that I stayed here.
Mhm.
And I like Canada very much, actually. So
Yeah, I have a number of Canadian authors that I work with, and one thing I love about Canada is you can get your all of your ISBNs for free. They give them to you. You don't have to pay for them. Where I have to go into Boker and pay $295 for my ISBNs, a pack of 10 ISBNs. So I do like that you don't have to worry about that with Canada. That's awesome.
but that would be if it were published in Canada. I want it to be published in the United States.
Yeah, so you can still purchase your ISBNs, and you can still, when you go to KDP, you can make your primary um, publishing market the US, and that's okay. But you can still take advantage of the free ISBNs that Canada
I
gives.
didn't realize that.
Mhm.
About getting into libraries as a uh, because this is definitely an adult memoir,
Mhm.
and it goes into territory that um, Mr. DeSantis might ban. I'm
Uh,
not talking. I'm not talking about overt sexual acts or anything like that. I'm talking about rape, and he might find that unseemly in a library in Florida.
Yeah, well, it kind of depends. The librarians have the opportunity when you're going through Ingram Spark, they have the opportunity to discover your books. But the more typically when you, as a brand new author, are trying to get your book into libraries, it's going to be a result of reaching out and marketing to those libraries, those folks that are bringing the books in, or also by having some of your people that live in that area to go and request that the library carry your book. So
Hmm.
it takes some effort to get the libraries to take note as a brand new debut author. But the fact that you've got things set up on Ingram will make that easier. Once the library recognizes you, they will be able to go and bring that in. And of course, maybe some that are in the certain areas will avoid bringing in that book, but I think it's more the ban would be more, or maybe it wouldn't be brought into a school library, but
In
I
school,
couldn't I
yeah,
couldn't
not
imagine
in,
there being
um,
an issue with a public library.
yeah. Are there other people joining us from
I,
Facebook?
it's funny. Let me just double check there, and I want to see. It seems like these 1 o'clock sessions that I'm doing aren't really attracting a lot of people midday, so I might need to do some changes on my book. I mean, on my time frame here. But let me go into the Facebook group and see if anybody else is asking questions there. Okay. No, I'm not seeing any new things posted. So I think I'll wrap it up a little early today with the Q&A.
Fine with me.
Yeah, I'm going to be back at 8 p.m. Eastern for folks that want to join, and that I will very likely have more people joining at that time. But thank you. It was really nice meeting you, and good luck with everything. I will keep you in my prayers for all that you're going through right now.
Thank you.
All right. Have a wonderful day.